Here, we will learn about the Asprova data structure. When you understand the data structure, you will be able to fully utilize the powerful expression functions. Since intermediate and higher e-learning materials use expressions, let's get familiar with their basic functions. First, the data structure will be explained. Here, an item table is shown. When you register an item in Asprova, it becomes an item object, and you can edit its attributes as properties. When registering an item, you enter its item code, which is managed by an external system or the like. When you enter an item, a row is added. The item is managed in units called objects. Each item is placed in a separate row. An item's attributes are entered in the same row as the item. To enter attributes, you refer to the name of each column and enter the values in the appropriate columns. These columns are called properties. The types of values that can be set for each property are predefined. For code, you can enter alphanumeric characters. For display order, you can enter a real number. Item type is called enum, and you can enter a value from a list. There are also properties such as comment, for which you can enter multiple values. This is called multi-data, and you can also collectively enter values by separating them with semicolons. Other types such as time, expression, and object are also available. Understanding object type properties is extremely important. These properties handle reference information between items, as seen in parent items and hierarchical structure. Properties that handle reference information between objects allow you to predict the reference objects from their property names. Properties that handle hierarchical structure are primarily those called children. The children of an item is the process. Clicking the link opens a separate dialog box where you can view the details. The details can also be viewed on the item table. When drilled down, the process objects are displayed. Let's switch to the process property. Properties that are completely different from the item are displayed. As seen here, depending on the object type, the properties that you can use vary. When drilled down further, the master use instruction is displayed. Do you remember seeing this before? You probably saw this in the integrated master table. The integrated master table is a table that makes editing of process information of each item easier. The integrated master table also has properties, and final item and master input instructions item resource are linked to the item. The master use instructions item resource is linked to resource. When you register an item named A in Asprova, it becomes an item object, and you can edit its attributes as properties. Please remember that properties include the object type that handles hierarchical structure, such as the integrated master and reference information to items and resources. Next, we will explain the details of orders and operations that use schedule information.